The night I lost everything was quiet. Not the kind of quiet that comforts you, the kind that weighs on your chest like a cold stone. No storms, no thunder, no shouting. Just a phone call, sharp words, and the sound of my heartbeat filling the space that used to feel like home. I had been running my own business for 5 years. It wasn't grand, but it carried my name, my sweat, my pride. I built it from scratch, from endless nights under yellowed lamplight, cold coffee forgotten on papers, and stubborn faith that hard work would secure my future. For a while, it seemed like it had. Clients came, money followed. My days became a blur of numbers and smiles masking exhaustion. I prayed before every deal, thanked God for payments, felt bill textures between my fingers. But deep down, I believed the lie that stability equals faith. Then, the unraveling began. A contract canceled. I got the news by email, late at night. The screen glowed in darkness, illuminating my face as I reread the words. No other meaning existed. A client disappeared. Unreturned calls, unanswered messages, only empty echoes in voicemail boxes. Another payment delayed, then another. Before I realized it, the financial cushion I thought I had evaporated like mist under sun. It was slow, painfully slow, like sand slipping through fingers, one grain at a time, rough texture escaping, leaving only emptiness in my palms. The morning I realized I was broke, I remember the light. It came through the window in thin, silvery lines, cutting through dust, floating like tiny galaxies. I heard distant traffic, horns, rumbling engines, whistling brakes. In the kitchen, the kettle whistled insistently. Life continued, while mine stopped. The phone rang. Sound vibrated on the wooden nightstand. The voice was calm, mechanical. Your loan is in default. The bank will begin proceedings next week. I said nothing, just listened. Each word's weight falling like stones. I listened to the silence that followed, that deafening silence when nothing more can be said. I listened to my own breathing, shallow and irregular, sitting on the bed's edge, staring at the peeling wall. When the call ended, I stayed there. Didn't cry, didn't pray, not right away. Just felt hollow. That night, I walked slowly through the apartment like visiting a museum of a life no longer mine. I touched furniture I might sell, felt smooth wood under fingertips, cold leather. I opened drawers I might soon empty, hearing soft creaks, rustling papers inside. The clock's ticking seemed louder than ever. Every sound, the refrigerator's hum, the floor's crack, wind tapping windows, reminded me of what I was losing. Finally, I fell to my knees. The floor was cold beneath my skin. God, I whispered, voice hoarse, I don't understand. I worked hard. I trusted you. Why are you letting everything fall apart? No answer came. Only silence. But somehow, that silence wasn't empty. It was dense, as if air was filled with something invisible but tangible, something sacred pressing against my skin. Days dragged on. I sold my car. I remember the door closing for the last time, the metallic key click, leather and gasoline smell on my clothes. I sold the watch I bought celebrating my first big client, felt its weight leaving my wrist. I sold furniture that once made my house look successful, the sofa where I received friends, the table where I planned dreams. Each item carried a memory, a piece of who I thought I was. Yet strangely, the more I lost, the lighter I felt, as if God was peeling away layers, removing everything hiding Him from me. One afternoon, walking through a park, I sat on a wooden bench with peeling green paint. I felt roughness under palms, the sun's warmth heating boards. I watched a small boy riding an old, rusty bicycle. His sneakers were torn. I could see toes through holes. But his laughter was loud, pure, echoing among trees like crystal bells. He didn't have much, but looked free. In that moment, a verse came to mind. Better a little with the fear of the Lord than great wealth with turmoil. Proverbs 15:16. I repeated those words softly. Better a little. Better a little. Those words sounded like freedom, like keys opening doors I didn't know were locked. That night, I opened my Bible again. Pages rustled softly. My eyes landed on another verse. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing. Proverbs 3:9-10. I realized then I had honored God with words, but not genuine trust. I'd given Him a portion of earnings, but not the center of my heart. It was never about money, always about meaning. He wasn't taking from me, He was teaching me what truly mattered. The following months were slow, simple, quiet. I worked small jobs, ate humble meals, walked long distances, feeling pavement under feet, wind on face. But something unexpected grew inside. Peace. Peace not from abundance, but from divine presence. Each morning I sat by the window writing small prayers. I described coffee's aroma, sun's warmth on skin, how golden light landed on yellowed pages. I began feeling rich in moments, rich in awareness, gratitude, simplicity. Then one day I got a call, not from the bank, but from a youth center. They were starting a mentorship program for young entrepreneurs. They wanted someone teaching not just skills, but lived wisdom. It paid little, but paid well. It paid in laughter, gratitude, and seeing hope light up in someone's eyes. That's when I understood. God replaced my wealth with something better, true value. He didn't just rebuild finances, He rebuilt faith. Sometimes God lets us lose what we hold so we can hold what we truly need. He allows subtraction not as punishment, but preparation. If this story finds you in loss, don't despair. You haven't failed. You're being freed. You're learning wealth no thief can steal, the kind growing in surrender. If this message touched your heart, subscribe and stay with us. Every day we share faith stories and wisdom from Proverbs. Leave a blue heart in comments, a reminder you're still trusting, still learning, still believing that even in loss, God is good. You just spent 8 minutes for God, 8 minutes growing in wisdom, faith, and peace. See you tomorrow. Verse for meditation, Proverbs 15:16. Better a little with the fear of the Lord than great wealth with turmoil.